going to have this piece of art.
I see this work as being one of a few things that comments about the whole museum situation and the problem of visitors at all levels who come in and who go out stone cold, the works don't touch them anymore.
You're talking about the great the great average, whatever that is.
Yeah, the general masses, the people that I work with, the people who keep my museum doors open. I don't mean the specialists who come in and reflect and probe. Just the average intelligent person and the average unintelligent person. There's unintelligent people come in galleries, which is pretty doubtful as to maybe they come in not knowing what it's about. But there are people who want to know a great deal more about art, and they feel they know.
That's why they come.
That's right.
I mean, this isn't on Main Street. Isn't the museum in Ballarat on Main Street?
Yes, yeah.
Where people can drop in, where there's an effort to come here.
Yeah.
So anyone who comes here, although they might be Mr. and Mrs. Average, there's a physical, obviously you have some form of inquiring mind to go through the effort to walk across the park.
But it's the large proportion of those people who come up again and again with the comment that they don't like modern art, contemporary attitudes to art. And that's the epitome of boredom, I guess. It just goes right past them. And, it seems to me that Marr has come to grips with that and created a trap in here, whereby if they have any kind of curiosity at all, and curiosity is what brings a lot of people into galleries, purely and simply that.
Yeah, and also is it this
in here,
But not when the little gate is on. They can't just come in by themselves.
That's right. That's a compromise. In the ideal circumstances, I would see Marr being here the whole time. I can't accept the work at a sculptural level very easily. I think that it works quite well when you stand back and look at it and think about the forms. But because it's tucked under a stairwell and so on, it tends to defeat that purpose, the display aspect of a work of art. All right, it can be modest and it can be...
This is something I was going to ask you. Yeah, I think a lot of people are coming to this show, this particular show, and this means for the wrong reason. I mean, there's a lot of sensationalism, like the Stirlap thing. There's a lot of sensationalism.
Stella.
Now this piece is very deliberately a low-key, low-product. It's the opposite of that thing. A lot of my work, recent work, this is very no primary colors, very neutral. It's all tones, discovery thing. And I think in context, the show is a very important area of which to explore too.
Why do you have the videotape going?
Right now?
Yes. Why don't you just come in and talk to people and have the conversations? And why are you using videotape?
Normally you do. This is a very special occasion. This is a temporary installation, right? It's not like glass or normal sculpture. This will go. We're just going into a whole other type of media and sense of perception. This is documenting this thing that's going away. Normally that chain drops down. It's a very soft light, and I'm back here, and people at random come in here. It's the whole purpose of it. This is quite false right now. Oh no.
The footlights are switched off.
Yeah, it's zoomed right in now. What you got to do is point
Are you
out.
given that? It's how it is.
Are people really embarrassed to come back and talk to you?
No, it's very... See, this was... I wanted this a subliminal statement, a discovery piece, but I had no idea. I tried to guess how many people would come in. I had no idea, and I was prepared to get into what I call control. It's like one of the reasons the dogs are here is this Peter. People weren't coming. This piece, in my opinion, when I'm here, would be a failure if no people came in whatsoever. It would also be a failure, in my opinion. It was a sensational thing. They're queued up here and they're screaming and yelling. You wouldn't be able to hear this or talk. Now, there's all sorts of controls when I'm here, which I can go into. One is where I sit. Stephen has asked me when I sit in a spot. If I sit here and someone comes around the corner and I glare at them, they're not going to control it quite easily.
Do people just accidentally peek around, or is there a little sign, a little arrow or
No,
something?
it's just, doesn't have, it just has this light. It's one spot on the sign. It's a chamber, it's a labyrinth. When Tom first asked me part of the Biennale, I wanted this type of space, sort of a labyrinth coming into an intimate chamber. But I'm also interested in sort of the total environment, sort of an architectural feeling. I didn't want to put a labyrinth of objects. Remember I was first talking to you about in the center there?
That's right.
It was going to be a maze. And then after spending days in here, this forms a maze, getting into this sort of situation, this ritual chamber, so to speak. But again,
What normally happens when people peek around and see you?
depends upon where Peter is, how I react. I can get anyone to come in if they get that far, or I can keep anyone out by a look. Like, it's usually, in public times, it's usually keeping people out. When mobs of school kids come, sort of group psychology, oh boy, what's happening? Their mates come and peek in and they queue up. And then I go through this arcade, and they want one, they're screaming. That's the toughest one. But to say the two little old ladies, they stick their nose out.